Savior, like a shepherd, us mighty.
Amish weddings and marriage customs, a journey into tradition. In a world increasingly shaped by modernity and technology, few communities remain as steadfastly committed to their traditional way of life as the Amish. Their simple living, plain dress, and separation from the broader society often make them the subject of fascination. But among the many aspects of Amish life that intrigue outsiders, their weddings and marriage customs stand out as particularly unique. What does a wedding look like in a community that shuns electricity, the internet, and even cars? How do these ceremonies reflect the values and beliefs that guide Amish life? Let's take a deep dive into the world of Amish weddings, uncovering their traditions, meanings, and fascinating rituals. Captivating beginnings. Love in simplicity. Imagine a wedding without a white dress, a banquet hall, or even a photographer. Now picture a day centered on faith, family, and community, filled with the warmth of heartfelt blessings and simple joys. This is what an Amish wedding is all about. While many of us associate weddings with grandeur and luxury, the Amish approach theirs with a sense of humility and purpose. Their ceremonies are deeply spiritual, celebrating the union not only of two individuals, but also of two families within a tightly knit community. It's a scene that offers a glimpse into a way of life where love is expressed through actions, service, and devotion, rather than extravagant displays. The Amish view marriage as a lifelong commitment grounded in shared faith and mutual support. The process leading up to the wedding is as much about aligning values and community ties as it is about romance. Courtship is conducted quietly, and engagements are often kept secret until a few weeks before the wedding. This sense of mystery, combined with the strong bonds of community, sets the stage for an occasion that is as meaningful as it is unique. Detailed analysis. Inside an Amish wedding, courtship and engagement. Courtship in the Amish community typically begins during a young person's late teens or early 20s, often during social events like Sunday night singings. These gatherings provide an opportunity for Amish youth to meet and interact under the watchful eyes of the community. Unlike the highly publicized nature of modern dating, Amish courtships are private and discreet. Once a couple decides to marry, they approach the bishop and church elders for approval, ensuring that their union aligns with the church's values. Engagements in the Amish community are typically short, lasting around 6 to 8 weeks. During this time, the couple prepares for their future together, often working alongside their families to plan the wedding. Despite the simplicity of the ceremony, the preparations are extensive, as the entire community is invited to the event. Wedding date and invitations. Amish weddings are usually held in late fall or early winter, after the harvest season. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the preferred days for weddings, allowing families enough time to prepare and clean up. Once a date is chosen, the bride and groom personally deliver handwritten invitations to family members, friends, and neighbors. This personal touch reflects the close-knit nature of Amish society, where relationships are valued above convenience. The ceremony. The wedding ceremony takes place in the bride's home, typically in a large room or barn cleared for the occasion. Amish homes are designed to accommodate large gatherings with removable walls or expandable spaces. The ceremony begins with a regular church service, lasting around 3 hours, which includes hymns, scripture readings, and a sermon emphasizing the sanctity of marriage. The vows exchanged by the couple are simple but profound, reflecting their commitment to a life of faith and mutual support. Unlike traditional Western weddings, there are no rings, flowers, or extravagant decorations. The focus remains on the spiritual significance of the union rather than its outward trappings. The wedding meal. Following the ceremony, guests are treated to a hearty meal prepared by the bride's family and community members. The menu often includes traditional Amish dishes such as roast chicken, stuffing, mashed potatoes, noodles, and pies. The preparation and serving of the meal are community efforts, with neighbors pitching in to cook, serve, and clean up. The meal is not just about feeding guests, but also about celebrating togetherness and shared labor. Amish Wedding Supper. One of the most distinctive features of an Amish wedding is the wedding supper. This is a large, elaborate meal that is served on the evening of the wedding day. The bride's family is responsible for preparing and serving the meal, and it is typically attended by the entire community. One of the best Amish meals I've ever had was a wedding. The food just kept coming: fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, pie, and on and on. Water was flowing from pitchers. Most Amish weddings are attended by just Amish. Close non-Amish friends do sometimes attend and are seated with everyone else for a meal. The non-Amish are often seated together. Amish wedding cake. Yes, the Amish do have wedding cakes. How elaborate the cake is depending on the particular community and couple. There is usually one main cake and often what are known as side cakes. These are smaller cakes. With so many people in attendance at an Amish wedding, you can never have too much cake. Would you like to make an Amish wedding cake? Here is a recipe for a typical Amish wedding cake. Not all Amish wedding cakes are as elaborate. This is one from a very conservative Amish community. The wedding wagon. This is a relatively new development in the evolution of Amish weddings. The wedding wagon is essentially a mobile kitchen, which an Amish family can rent for a wedding. The wagons are equipped with huge pots and pans and enough utensils to feed an army. Traditionally, Amish weddings have been held on Thursdays, although that is slowly changing. Some Amish weddings are shifting towards Fridays and Saturdays. The wedding meals are an amazing spread of entrees, rolls, salad, and plenty of pie. Unmarried boys, girls, and young women and men serve as table waiters, and it is considered an honor to be asked. It's also considered an honor to be asked to be a cook at the wedding, even though it is a lot of work. The wedding attire. Amish wedding attire is modest and practical, adhering to the community's emphasis on simplicity. The bride wears a plain blue or purple dress, often sewn by herself or her mother. There is no veil or jewelry, as these are considered unnecessary adornments. The groom wears a black suit, white shirt, and black suspenders, reflecting the community's plain dress code. After the wedding. After the meal, the day is filled with visiting and fellowship. There is no dancing or loud music, as these are considered distractions from the solemnity of the occasion. Instead, guests engage in conversations, storytelling, and quiet games. The couple's first night is spent at the bride's home, and they often embark on a brief honeymoon visiting relatives in nearby communities. The significance of Amish wedding traditions. Amish wedding customs are deeply rooted in their religious beliefs and cultural values. They emphasize humility, community, and the sanctity of marriage, rejecting the materialism and individualism often associated with modern weddings. Every aspect of the wedding, from the preparation to the ceremony and meal, reflects the Amish commitment to simplicity and mutual support. Lessons from Amish weddings. Amish weddings offer a refreshing perspective in a world where weddings often become displays of wealth and status. They remind us that the essence of marriage lies in the commitment between two people and the support of their community. By prioritizing faith, family, and humility, the Amish show us that simplicity can be profoundly beautiful. The Amish approach to weddings and marriage customs is a testament to their enduring values and way of life. These ceremonies are more than just a celebration of love. They are a reaffirmation of faith, community, and tradition. For those seeking an alternative to modern wedding norms, the Amish way offers a powerful example of what it means to honor love and commitment in its purest form. Why are Amish weddings on Thursdays? Few Amish can actually give the reason behind the Thursday weddings. The original answer is largely lost to history. Now, most Amish just cite tradition. The best answers I have been given date to the 19th century. This is when people might have had to travel a long distance by horse-drawn buggy. If the wedding was held on a Thursday, faraway guests could leave without missing church on Sunday. They could then return home for Sunday services. Although since worship is held every other Sunday among the Amish, that theory has some holes. Many Amish businesses are closed on Thursdays so that commerce doesn't interfere with weddings. Do the Amish get marriage licenses? Amish couples do get marriage licenses, so the ceremony is official, and the advent of the wedding wagon has made life much easier for the bride's family, which usually holds the wedding at their home. Gone are the days of having to round up every spoon, commandeering ovens, and procuring plates. Do the Amish exchange wedding rings? These questions are tough to answer because they vary from community to community. If you look online, you'll see mixed answers, and that is probably the best answer. Some do, some don't. Amish weddings that I have attended, rings have been exchanged, but the rings are never worn. In some cases, the rings are baked into the wedding cake as a prize to be found. What is a wedding corner? The Pennsylvania Dutch term is ek. This is a corner of the wedding room where the bride and groom sit. The ek has the wedding cake and decorations celebrating the union of the couple. Amish wedding salad. Can the Amish divorce? Yes, the Amish can divorce, but they will likely be expelled from the church and shunned. Divorce is not permitted within the Amish faith. What color is an Amish bride's wedding dress? Colors vary. White isn't the standard like it is in other cultures, although white is sometimes worn, but so are pastels like green, blue, or even mustard yellow. Some Amish women make it a point to be buried in the dress they are married in. Amish grooms will often wear a necktie, the only day in their life they will usually do so.